Same thing as last week. It sounded okay. I mean, it wouldn't idle by itself. It would idle for maybe 5 to 10 seconds without my hand on that throttle. But 10, 15 minutes into warming up, it started that sputtering, erratic idle. Up and down, all over the place. I don't know if it's a crankshaft, a crank seal. No idea. I don't know why it takes 10 to 15 minutes for it to start sputtering. Right when I drive it though, right when I get on it, if you've listened the second time I rode it, right when I get on that throttle and I'm easing off that clutch, that sputter starts. And it's hard to get out of first gear with that sputter jumping all over the place. Time to take a look at those crank seals. Once it cools off, I'll take a look at the coolant reservoir, check my coolant level. I don't know why that was pouring out at a couple points and really coming out. I'm anxious to find out how much is in there. I don't see any other leaks in any other lines. The entire engine's dry. Started to idle a little better, 7, 8, 9 minutes in. And then I was almost thinking that sputter might not come, and it just came out of nowhere. I'm beginning to think it might also have something to do with just a throttle cable adjustment, considering it does act up when I am off the throttle trying to come out of first gear. That's a possibility. I'm going to check all these connections, play with that, play with the throttle connection on the top of the carburetor. If I have to, take off the rear subframe, get to the top of the carburetor easy and take that cap off, check the connection inside. I hope it's a simple throttle adjustment. Let's see if it starts up again. When I was going to ride it around, see how soon it took for that sputter to come, but I didn't even have to pull off. When I pulled that clutch in, and I was giving it maybe an eighth eighth throttle, not even, eighth to a quarter, and started letting out that clutch a little bit. Not even, I wasn't even disengaging the clutch, just had the clutch in all the way, and with a little bit of throttle, that sputter's starting automatically. It was like that the first 2 times I pulled off too. Pulled in that throttle, the second I'm starting to get on that gas, but even before I disengage the clutch to start going, start sputtering. Wamp, 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 wamp. It'll start up, first kick. To the crankshaft. After all, it's acting up when I put it in gear, not so much when it was in neutral and I pulled the clutch in and started playing with the throttle, not so much sputter. But when it was in first gear, pulled in the clutch without even letting off the clutch, it's jumping, like almost as if the clutch isn't even fully engaged, because it was jumping. I had it pulled all the way to the handlebar and it was jumping a little bit. When I was on that throttle and it was sputtering, it wanted to go, as if that clutch wasn't engaged all the way. Alright, time to get in the shop.